Okay, at this time, we're getting an opening statement from Coach Sampson. If there's ever a reason they call it March Madness, we just saw it, Coach.
Yeah. Well, first of all, congratulations to Brian, Coach Dutcher, and his kids. First of all, on a great year. I know this was his first year, and for him to win their conference championship and then get to the NCAA tournament, it's an unbelievable accomplishment. So congratulations to them. There's a lot of ways you have to win games. A lot of times you just have to do it from the seat of your pants. We certainly didn't go into this game thinking that offensively this is what we were going to have to do. But I think we said that, what was the number we said, Devin? 24. You know, our three best shooters tonight went 6 for 28. You know, if you'd have told me that Corey Davis can go 2 for 10, Armani Brooks 0 for 4, and Devin 4 for 14, we'd go 6 for 28 and was going to win, I'd say there's no way, especially with the shots they were getting. But that's NCAA tournament will do that to you. I've coached in these games, a lot of these games, and I've always thought the hardest one is the first one. If you get by the first one, usually your kids relax and play a little bit better. But difference in this game tonight is we had Rob Gray and they didn't.
This time we'll open up for questions for our student athletes. Student athletes over here on the right.
Joseph Duarte, Houston Chronicle. Rob, can you take us through those last few seconds there and what you saw on that last play to make that driving layup?
Well, you know, I had the ball. I was dribbling the clock out, just kind of thinking to myself, you know, I'm a senior. Never been in March Madness. It's what I live for. You know, I've been from junior college to Houston, just working my tail off with my teammates, from summer conditioning to doing war drills in practice, and I just didn't want to let my team down. A small thought ran through my head. You know, I was thinking about Cincinnati, how I had a final chance to win the game for us, and I didn't. So I just wanted to come through for my team and my family, and just give all the U of H fans the feeling that they haven't had since 1984.
Other questions, please, for our student athletes. Go back, same reporter.
Rob, we talked to Elvin Hayes after the game. You tied his record here for most points scored, and his quote was, "Rob Gray refused to lose tonight." I know how much you think of Elvin. What does that mean when a Hall of Famer says that about you?
Man, it means a lot. You know, ever since I've been at U of H, Elvin's just had nothing but love and great comments to give to me. He gives me great confidence. Just looking back at the records he set, everything he's done in the NBA, and just being a top basketball player ever, for him to just be in my corner and support me so much means a lot. And I will say I should have beat him because I missed 4 free throws. And I just can't believe that. I need to get back in the gym and work on them free throws ASAP.
On the aisle.
Jeff Borzello, ESPN. Rob, was there a point in the game where you just felt like, hey, I could take this game over? It looked like in the second half you really started going to the rim and really taking defenders off the dribble.
My guy right here to my left, he told me, "Rob, take over." And I didn't really say anything. I was just trying to stay composed and just stay in the moment and, you know, just make the right basketball play. Maybe I could have done some things better, but in the end, I'm just glad that we got the win and we were able to pull it out for the city.
Other questions for our student athletes up here on the left side?
Yeah, this is for Rob again. You talk about in the second half taking over, but it seemed like from the beginning you took it to them and were very aggressive. Is that a mindset you had, or is that just kind of how it presented itself, how the defense played?
Yeah, I try to be aggressive all the time. If I'm going to pass or score, I have to be aggressive to draw the defense and get guys to help off our shooters and our bigs so I can, you know, get them in position to score easy baskets. So, you know, that's just a constant thing. Everyone's telling me, "Rob, stay aggressive, don't be passive." And it also leads to, you know, getting to the foul line a lot. So most of the time when I'm aggressive, it does good things for our teammate. Just got to take care of the ball at the same time.
In the back, hand up.
Rob, they use primarily 2 guys, different guys than you, Trey Kell and Jeremy Hemsley. And it seemed like Jeremy Hemsley had a little bit of success middle of that half. They went back to Trey. Did that surprise you at all? And was there something you were able to do against Trey that you couldn't do against Jeremy?
You know, I don't really pay much attention to that. You know, they're both about the same size. That's pretty much all I pay attention to, how big they are or what's their weakness. But Hemsley, I'll give him credit. He's a good defender, and he was staying low and moving his feet very well. And he blocked my shot one time on a jumper, and, you know, hats off to him for playing good defense. But, you know, I just try to stay aggressive no matter who's guarding me.
Any other questions out there for our student athletes? Devin, we got you up here. I'm going to ask you a question. As one of the seniors, what's this win mean to the program here under Coach?
It means a lot to our program, especially sitting next to Coach Sampson. He's a big part of why I'm here. Rob's a big part too. So it's a great win, and we survived to play another day.
Okay. Anything else for our student athletes? Guys, congratulations. See you tomorrow.
Thanks.
This time we're going to take questions for Coach Sampson. Please raise your hand. In the back, standing up.
Kelvin, could you describe your emotions watching that last sequence go back and forth, Rob, Watson, and then Rob?
It's two really good teams that neither one wanted to lose. You know, the way they were defending us, you know, we went a lot to Devin tonight. You know, Devin's a really good shooter. I think he's shooting over 50% for the year. And for those of you that have not seen him, he's one of the better mid-range 15 to 18-foot jump shooters, I think, in the country. I mean, he's a really good shooter. He just didn't make any shots tonight. Corey has made 102 threes this year. He made 102 threes this year and in top 15 in the nation. Three-point field goal percentage, but neither one could knock down a shot tonight. But when you're this time of year, you don't keep going back to the well to see if they're going to make one. Rob had it going. You know, when he has it going, you know, we're gonna ride that horse until they stop it. But when he hit that three, and then I think it was Watson that made the three? That was a great shot. They're a good team. You know, I mean, obviously we have great teams in our conference. We have two teams ranked in the top 10 in the nation in our conference, Wichita State and Cincinnati. But they're really well coached. You know, Brian does a good job of exploiting, taking advantage of his players' strengths. He puts Kale in that mid-pick and roll. They spread you out. Their big slip, we hadn't seen that much. We had to make an adjustment by staying back on the pick and roll. But I felt really good when Rob's shot went in, and there's 1.1 second left. And then if I was ever going to have a premature death, it would have been when Mitchell caught that ball and had a clean look. All I could think was, oh, God, there's Christian Laettner. Because that's kind of what it reminded me of. But again, hats off to San Diego State. They played great tonight.
Other questions for the coach? A couple notes here. Rob scored 21 of Houston's last 22 points in the game, including 14 in a row. And, Coach, you held San Diego State without a basket the last 6:39 of the first half.
Yeah, our defense was tough. We had a hard time keeping them off the free throw line, but it was just a rock fight. You know, we're used to being in rock fights.
Any other questions here? Okay. Go right back, yeah.
Kelvin, you had mentioned going into the game just about the opportunities that were here, but to get that win that hadn't been in this program, a tournament win since '84. I mean, what does that do now for the program?
Well, I don't really know how to answer the question because I wasn't here in '84, and I've been here since 2014. I mean, we're 1 for 1. Why do you keep bringing up '84? You know, Corey Davis and I got a lot of guys. This is their first NCAA tournament game. I don't know if thinking about how many we've won since 1984 even comes into our. I'm just glad we won tonight. You know, that means that we're 40 minutes away from going to the Sweet 16. You know, we've won 27 games this year. You know, that to me is for, I think it's just more significant. You know, I'm glad we won for, it's been a long time, but, if I'd been here since '84, I'd been on my 5th job by now. I'd have been fired a long time ago. So, we've gone from building this program to the point where we get to the tournament, and we get in the very first time we're here, we beat a really good team, and we're getting ready. I think that's more significant. But I'm glad we won, and I'm glad. You know who I'm happy for? I'm happy for all those fans at all those watch parties all over the city of Houston. I'm happy for all those Cougars that the well has been dry for all these years, that have wanted something to support and get behind. I'm happy for Mac Rhodes for fighting to make sure that development center was built. I'm happy for Renaud Couture, our president, and Tillman Fertitta, and Hunter Yurchek, and Chris Pesman, our administration, for giving us the resources to be successful. And I've said this once, I've said it 100 times, coaches win games, but administrators win championships. So our administration has started with Mac Rhodes, but they've put us in a position to be successful. And but a shout out to Rob Gray, too.
Okay, thank you very much, Coach. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll have San Diego State up here shortly.